2 years ago, our oldest daughter, Alyssa, had a major stomach surgery, and the church was here for us every step of the way. With prayer requests, Brother Randy came up there and kept her and I laughing while Alyssa was in surgery, prayed with us and kept us company. Our Sunday school class stepped up big time. They gave us, cards. They gave us some money for her and I to buy, food with while we were in Birmingham. And they also brought food to the house for my mom and our other two daughters. So it just shows how much they're there for us all the time.
I came here when I was in 7th grade, and hopping into a new youth group as a 7th grader isn't very easy, especially when you don't know anybody. But they showed me love, and they showed my family love.
We got involved here, and I got 4 daughters, and we've experienced a lot of the weddings and rehearsals and so many things going here, baptism, just so many things, the life of our family. And there's been tremendous hardships where we've had people pray for us on a continual prayer basis. I've got an unsaved brother that's been on the church prayer list for over 30 years. And it just means a lot to me, the fellowship of believers. And a sorrow shared is halved. And that's the deal. You need help when you're going through trials.
Good morning. It is so good to see you this morning at Casada Baptist Church, and I am privileged to be your pastor. I feel blessed to be able to lead you, and to lead you for all these years, and to see such incredible things that God has done in the life of our church, and hopefully in your life as well. I'm excited about our future and this challenge that we have to submit our all to the Lord. That's a big gift, and I hope that you're prayerfully considering giving your all to Him.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart.
Seek His will in all that you do.
Do not depend on your own understanding.
And He will show you which path to take.
Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. You've heard the scripture spoken today, Proverbs chapter 3, where it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and in all your ways submit to Him. God is a God of the all, and that's a big thing. And I believe that He has something big in store for all of us. The challenge is, are we really willing to give Him our all and see what big things He has in store for you and I?
Well, we've been hearing about Brother Jim preaching about giving off the top instead of from what's left over. And we used to give, and eventually, as Brother Jim kept preaching about giving from the top, we took a deep breath and said, okay, we're going to try this. We're going to give what we can off the top, and the rest will be for everything else. So we've been doing that, and I'm here to say that it's been a blessing. We've seen it work through God, through us, that it works.
So giving is a matter of trust, right? So whether I'm in a financial deficit and I don't think I can give, but I'm going to trust God and I'm going to give anyway, and trust that He sustains me, or I can pray, and I can ask God, Lord, show me what you want me to give of my time, or where you want me to serve, and He'll do something with it.
When I give, I don't give toward, brick and mortar or sheetrock. When I give offering, it's to increase God's kingdom. I believe my money goes toward saving souls, to proclaiming God's message. And, that's why I can release my money prayerfully and with hope and peace.
Well, we are poised to do big things here at our church. And one of those big things is to make a space for all of these people to come into our building, and the transition between the services. we have a wonderful plan in place to build a large entryway where people can gather and fellowship and share with each other. And in the process, add a few more classroom spaces, which are much needed, and add some seats to the sanctuary, which will enable us to invite more people to church.
Even before we got married, we had come to the agreement that we were going to be tithers. Didn't really think about building programs, but that came rather quickly on the heels of making the decision to tithe at our first church before we went to Omaha, Nebraska. And with the Air Force, we got involved in the building program. Wasn't much, but the
It was
amount.
a lot to us, though.
It was.
It was a lot to us.
It really was. So God just was finding ways to allow us the opportunity to be a part of something much bigger than just our tithe. But then God brought something, a real twist to our lives, and that's when Leanne got a phone call one day.
When our daughter was almost 4 and our son was almost 1, we were outside playing one Sunday afternoon in the driveway, and my uncle called and he said, I want you to come and pick up my son and take him home with you. And there was no doubt that we would do it, but it was gonna bring a big change in our lives. We were having to switch to teenager mode. We were used to little babies, and we just really quickly had to become teenager parents. And things were kind of tight financially just because we were a young couple. But you know what? God worked it all out. And sometimes our relatives would give us money for him to have clothes, and he played baseball, and we weren't going to take that away from him. And God just saw us through it all, and we just never quit giving. We never quit giving because that's what God calls us to do.
When I first came to Casada, I was in the small group, the Hope class, and we just met in a really small room that was an office. It's an office now, but since the first campaign, we have all the new classrooms down in the building B. So I'm in the Joy class down there, and it's just a nice, big space. And I think it's important for people to understand that if you're going to be a member of a church and you're going to just take ownership in it, then you should participate. And I have. It's the first time I've ever done that in a church. So it makes me feel proud to be able to be a part of it. Mainly because I see with the 3 services that we have a log jam out in the lobby, people coming in and coming out. So to me, it's exciting to be a part of it and to be, as I said, take ownership in what this church is going for, to be a lighthouse for our whole community. So if I can help, then I want to do it.
I am so excited about the future of Casada Baptist Church. Over the life of this campaign, 2 years from now, as we've given in a big way to what God calls us to do, we're going to be standing outside these doors, gathering on a Sunday morning in a brand new facility. You're going to be standing there with a cup of coffee in your hand as we stand and chat and look around and see dozens of people who are new, who are about to come in and worship with us here at Casada Baptist Church. All because you were willing to serve in a big way, to reach out in a big way, and to give in a big way. Thank you, Casada. I can't wait to see what big things God has in store for us.